Hey guys, I am back with another $20 movie collecting challenge video. In this series, I take 20 bucks and I head out to the thrift stores and I see what I can find to pick up while keeping under the or at the $20 limit. So I went out recently and got some pickups here. So I'm going to show you what I got and I'll go through the pricing as I go along, I guess. So first up, we have a TV show box set, and this is the complete first season of Community. This is a show I've only seen a little bit here and there of when it was originally airing. I thought it was amusing, and I found this for $3 at Goodwill, the Goodwill bookstore. So I figured I'd pick it up because I do like Joel McHale and most of the cast in here. And the main selling point for me for this was that there's audio commentary in every episode, which you normally don't get with TV box sets. It's usually just like a couple of selective episodes have the commentary, but every episode has the commentary on this. I'm tripping over my words here. I took the stuff out of the slipcase so I can show you easier. So this is done up almost like a yearbook style, which I think is kind of cool. Open it up real quick. You can see, and they're most likely to and favorite teacher. Really, really cool. Looks really fun. I'm gonna probably bring this to work and watch this at work. Let's go in here real quick. Pull this stuff out. Seems like it's a light, fun kind of show. Alright. So we're done with that. Let's go on to the next pickup, which is also another TV show. And this is Superman, the Animated Series, Volume 2. And I think this is from the 90s series. I remember watching this on Channel 20 all the time back in the day, even though I was probably too old to be watching it. But this is really good cartoons. I like these cartoons. I'll probably end up giving this to my son. I took it out of the slipcase as well. There's a nice digipack here, as you can see. Really like the artwork with this, and whoever had this kept it in good condition because we still have that card here. And there's like a mini Batman poster and an ad for the other cartoon, the Batman. One thing I don't like about this edition is that they did a flipper disc for that disc, whereas this one is dedicated, but it probably saved them some money doing that because this really should probably be a 3-disc set. Alright. Next up, we have Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and I really wanted this release for a very, very long time. I know there's a Blu-ray of this now, but this was always a release that I always liked. I like the fact that it comes in a digipack, and I took this out of the slipcover. So here's a digipack here. I like the way it looks like a bound case. Open it up here. Got a nice little photograph of Roger Rabbit. And there's some production notes in here. I won't waste your time with that, though. Then you got the Valiant and Valiant Private Investigators case. I guess this was probably supposed to be as the bag for Bob Hopkins or something like that. There's Jessica Rabbit and that baby creature thingy. I can't remember the name of that character is. It's been so long since I actually watched this movie all the way through. I remember this was a big deal when this came out originally in 1988 with the animation and the live action mixed together. Now it's quite commonplace, especially with all the CGI that you see in movies today. Like half the movies are animated anyways. Alright. Next we have Switch. And this is a Blake Edwards comedy starring Ellen Barkin and Jimmy Smits. Now, this movie came out at the end of that whole wave of body switching movies that were popular back from like the late 80s into the early 90s. I know Big was there, Vice Versa, 18 Again, and they were all about switching, people becoming young and old and stuff like that. This one is about a guy that becomes a woman. He's like a kind of like this ladies guy player or something like that, and he ends up getting murdered by one of the women he was sleeping with. So he comes back as a woman and he's trying to solve his murder. And then Jimmy Smits is like his old partner and stuff like that. I'm not sure. I haven't watched this movie in a long time. I don't think it's all that good. I picked it up thinking that it was going to be possibly rare and worth something, but it's not. The HBO movies or videos are weird, because sometimes there's some releases like Split Second and The Night Flyer that are worth money, and then the other stuff is like not worth anything. So I quite understand like that. I don't know, because I haven't seen too many HBO video stuff like that, you know, like these kind of releases in a long time. You can see here, this is the flipper case. Let's go on to the next one here. Next we have Top Secret, and this was done by the makers of Airplane. And I really liked this movie a lot when I was a teenager. I'm really interested in watching this one again just to see if I still like this movie. But I remember liking it a lot back in the VHS days. This one stars Val Kilmer. And this is basically a parody of spy movies and Elvis movies. Like back in the day, Elvis made all these cheesy movies where he'd sing and dance, and sometimes he would, you know, solve a mystery or something stupid like that. It's been a while since I've seen an Elvis movie. We used to show them on TV all the time back in the day. But basically, this Val Kilmer plays this singer that gets caught up in some kind of terrorist plot or something like that. It's been a long time since I've seen this one. I remember really liking it a lot. I don't know if I'm going to like it now, so I'll have to watch this one again and see if I can make it all the way to the end. Right. Next up, we got Fantastic Voyage. And this is a film that I've only ever saw on television. Never really seen it like all the way through without commercials. So when I found this at the Goodwill bookstore, I had to pick it up. I know there's also a Blu-ray edition of this. This is the same type of release, like this around the same time, but I only paid $3 for this as well. And this is the movie where they shrink some scientists down and they go inside someone's body to save his life, because I guess he's sick or something. I know this movie has been parodied a lot in both The Simpsons and Rick and Morty. So this one stars Raquel Welch. I guess it was her first screen role. Alright, and last up for this update, we got Apocalypse Now, and this is the complete dossier edition. Came out probably like around 10 years ago or something like that, or around 8 or so. Found this at Game Cycle. This originally came with this case here, but as you can see, it's been damaged. Serene almost didn't pick it up because of that, but the discs inside are in really good condition, as well as this digipack, so I decided to go with that. It's got a ton of special features. This is actually my favorite war film. This one originally came out in 1979. Stars Martin Sheen and Marlon Brando, and Dennis Hopper as well. Really, really love this movie. And I love the making of this movie as well. I wish that was included in this, The Hearts of Darkness, because everybody knows the story of the making of this movie and how it went on forever. And then Martin Sheen had a heart attack, and Dennis Hopper was on drugs at the time, and Marlon Brando didn't want to learn the script, so he was improvising. It was going along. And Lawrence Fishburne lied about his age. He said he was 17 when he was 14. He pretty much spent like 3 years making this movie. It looks like the film is split over 2 discs. It says Act 1 in special features and Act 2 in special features. I know that the Redux cut is probably over 4 hours long, whereas the original one was just 2.5 hours. So really looking forward to revisiting this one. And I've always wanted to have this edition as well. I know there's a Blu-ray of this now that's probably better than this, but I only paid $3 for this. Alright, so let's see here. Let's go through how much I spent. Okay, $3 for Apocalypse Now. $3 for Fantastic Voyage, that's $6. Okay, $9 at Community. $12. $15. $18, and it was $2 for Switch, so that's exactly $20. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you all next time.